Welcome to prisnr.games, our submission to the 2021 HackAtom Hackathon for the Secret Network Gaming Challenge by Blake Regalia and Ben Adams.
Prisnr Games is a round-based strategy game of incomplete information that relies on a hidden game state. This type of decentralized smart contract game with hidden state is only possible on the Secret Network. We designed this game specifically for the hackathon. The idea for the game comes from the prisoner's dilemma. Players can attempt to cooperate or engage in trickery to earn a reward, but every decision carries some risk. In this short video, I will briefly go over some technical details about how the front end works before I jump into a full demo. When the UI is first loaded, the user is prompted to enter a passphrase in order to encrypt a signed query permit before it gets saved to local storage. That way, it can be safely reused in the future should the user enter the same passphrase. Using the native web prompt helps ensure that the passphrase remains in scoped memory while the encryption key is generated using the passphrase, browser fingerprint, and some salt. After connecting to the user's wallet, the UI then explains what query permits are for and then prompts the user to sign one.
So now I'm just going to show two screens side by side and go through the entire game to give an idea of how it works. So I just executed the join game function on both of these screens, and that required submitting a transaction to the blockchain. On the right hand side, you'll see that it timed out while it was waiting for the transaction to be included, but it uses query permits and just keeps retrying, and eventually it does succeed and it catches up to the state that the left screen is in. So now what you're seeing is both of these players have been given a secret, and now they must exchange a message with the other player about something they know, either something about their chip or about the hint that they got. And then I just skipped ahead here because the right side was having some lag, so I reloaded. And I'll talk a bit about more how it safely recovers from game. So you can see right there, it just restored the game. So it just reads the state of the game from the blockchain using a query permit, and then brings the UI back up to speed so that it is in the same state it was in when the tab was closed or when the user reloaded. And then what you're seeing right now is both of these players are submitting a second message to each other. So basically, at this point in the game, the players have exchanged two messages with each other. One is about something that they know nobody has. The other is about their chip. Now, they can lie about those assertions. They don't have to tell the truth. And it's up to the other player if they want to trust or distrust that information that they received from their opponent. And ultimately, this UI allows them to toggle between which statements they want to believe, and it will affect this display at the bottom that represents their option space. So here on the left side, the player decided to distrust both of the statements it received from its opponent and selected one of them to guess what their opponent has. And then on the right side, this player trusted both of the things that its opponent told it. The result is that because they both correctly guessed each other's chip, they now get to claim a reward. However, they cannot both claim the same reward. They have to claim different rewards. Otherwise, if they both try and claim the same one, like the jackpot, then they both lose their wager and the game is over for everyone. Finally, I'll just add that there is more nuance to the game coded in the contract. So things can happen such as if your opponent is caught lying, the contract will reveal some secret about their chip or their hint.
We also implemented some power-up NFTs, so if you are interested in learning more about that, check out the project description or play the game.
So that is all for this video. Thanks so much for checking out our project.